He promised he would take that title. Every single person laughed at him, and then Kevin Owens made every last one of them eat their words. Welcome to Slam Nation, the only place where WWE drama hits harder than a pop-up powerbomb. The storytelling goes deeper than any arena pyro, and the moments we break down will leave you absolutely speechless. Buckle up. Let's go. September 25, 2016. The Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. A city that had no idea it was about to witness a title change that would permanently alter the landscape of Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins walks into Clash of Champions as the reigning WWE Universal Champion. Confident, polished, borderline untouchable. The self-proclaimed architect had returned from injury with a chip on his shoulder the size of a steel cage, and he was making absolutely sure the entire WWE Universe knew the championship was his. Kevin Owens walks in as the challenger. Loud, aggressive, dangerously motivated. KO had been telling anyone who would listen for weeks the title was already his. He just needed to go collect it. Nobody believed him. Big mistake. And if you love watching WWE history get made in real time, shocking title changes, brutal wars, moments you will never forget, then smash that like button right now, subscribe to Slam Nation, share this video with every wrestling fan in your life, and drop a comment below telling me who you were riding with that night. Because this breakdown only gets more intense from here. To truly feel the weight of this match, you have to understand what was at stake beyond the championship itself. Seth Rollins had something to prove. Coming back from a torn ACL, he needed the world to see that he was still the best. Still the architect. Still the man who could walk into any building on any night and put on a performance nobody could touch. The Universal Championship was his armor, his statement, his identity. Kevin Owens needed to prove something entirely different. He needed to prove that all the talking wasn't just noise, that the prizefighter mentality wasn't just a catchphrase, that when KO looked you dead in the eyes and told you he was taking your title he meant it. The bell rings, Denver erupts, and from the very first exchange, you can feel it. This match has a different energy, a different intensity. These two men are not here to put on a performance. They are here to hurt each other. Early in the match, Seth Rollins is absolutely flying. Sharp, technical, precise. The man operates at a pace that makes your eyes work overtime trying to keep up. He's landing kicks, hitting sequences, controlling the tempo, and for several minutes, it genuinely looks like this might be a long night for Kevin Owens. Rollins is talking trash, feeding off the crowd. The champion is thriving in this spotlight and he knows it. But what happened next shocked everyone. Kevin Owens doesn't spiral. He doesn't panic. He absorbs it. And then, with that frightening calm that makes KO one of the most dangerous men in WWE history, he starts turning the tide. A brutal senton that shakes the entire ring. A thunderous cannonball in the corner that rattles Rollins to his core. One vicious sequence that swings the entire momentum of the match and leaves Denver in stunned silence. Fans could not believe what they were seeing. This is where Clash of Champions 2016 stops being a championship match and becomes something cinematic. The near falls start stacking. Rollins kicks out at 2. Owens kicks out at 2.5. The referee's hand keeps hitting the mat and never hitting it a third time, and every single near fall pulls another scream out of the Denver crowd. Both men spill to the outside. The brutality escalates. Rollins takes a thunderous slam on the floor. Owens eats a dive that nobody saw coming. Bodies are flying. The ringside area looks like a war zone. This completely changed everything when Rollins, desperate to regain control, pulls out a pedigree attempt, the move that defines his most dangerous moments. The crowd explodes. If he hits this, it might be over. But Owens counters. Violently. Brilliantly. And the match resets into chaos all over again. Nobody expected this moment. The level of competition. The refusal of either man to stay down. This wasn't just a title match anymore. This was survival. Here's where the story becomes genuinely emotional. Seth Rollins, battered, exhausted, running on adrenaline and pride, digs into the deepest part of himself and starts throwing everything at Kevin Owens. The frog splash. The Phoenix splash attempt. Move after move designed to end this match. And Owens just keeps getting up. There's a moment in this match, and if you've seen it, you know exactly the one, where both men are flat on the canvas, completely spent, and the entire Pepsi Center goes quiet. Not a wrestling quiet. A genuine, breathless, we have no idea what happens next quiet. That silence is everything. That silence is what separates a good match from a legendary one. The WWE Universe exploded after this moment because everyone in that building felt it at the same time. This match had become something special. And then the moment arrives. Rollins is hurting. The match has taken everything from him. He's fighting on instinct now, on muscle memory, on the burning need to leave Denver as champion. Kevin Owens finds the opening. One moment. One perfectly timed, absolutely devastating sequence. The pop-up powerbomb KO's signature destruction connects with full force. Rollins crashes to the mat like he's been hit by a freight train. The crowd erupts before the cover is even made. Owens drops down. 1, 2, 3. The Pepsi Center detonates. Kevin Owens is the new WWE Universal Champion. The prizefighter did exactly what he said he would do. He looked Seth Rollins in the face, promised to take that title, survived the most brutal war of his career, and he delivered. Fans could not believe what they were seeing. KO collapses to his knees, title raised above his head, tears and adrenaline and pure unbridled emotion pouring out of him. This was not a fluke. This was not luck. This was a man who clawed and fought and earned every single second of that moment. Seth Rollins lies on the canvas, staring at the lights. The architect, the champion, reduced to a man trying to process how the night he owned completely slipped through his fingers in one single, catastrophic instant. This moment changed everything. But the real story starts after that final pinfall. Because Kevin Owens winning the Universal Championship wasn't just a feel-good moment for KO fans. It was a seismic shift in the entire power structure of Monday Night Raw. The fallout from this match bled into every single episode that followed. The rematches, the mind games, the backstage tension that reportedly ran deep through the locker room as everyone recalculated where they stood now that Owens held the top prize. Seth Rollins didn't take this loss quietly. Of course he didn't. The architect started plotting revenge almost immediately, and the rivalry that followed produced some of the most electric television WWE created that entire year. Things became even more chaotic backstage, with creative decisions swirling, with questions about the championship picture, with the kind of behind-the-scenes energy that only happens when something real shifts at the top of the card. Every time fans thought they knew where this story was going, WWE changed the direction entirely. That is the power of a moment like Clash of Champions 2016. It wasn't just about who won and who lost. It was about what it meant. For both men. For the title. For the entire Raw roster watching from the back. Kevin Owens walked into Denver as the challenger. He walked out as the Universal Champion. After a match that pushed both men to their absolute limit. After surviving Seth Rollins at his sharpest, his most desperate, his most dangerous. After refusing to stay down when any other man would have quit. The prizefighter collected his prize. And the WWE Universe has never looked at Kevin Owens the same way since. That night in Denver wasn't just a title change. It was a declaration. It was proof that when KO tells you he's going to do something, you had better believe him. The only question left is what chapter comes next? If this breakdown had you locked in from the very first second, and trust me, I know it did, here's exactly what you need to do right now. Subscribe to Slam Nation and smash that notification bell, because we are dropping WWE breakdowns, title match deep dives, and drama recaps that hit harder than anything else on YouTube. Like this video if Kevin Owens' win gave you chills. Share it with your wrestling crew because they need to experience this. And drop a comment below, were you shocked when KO won? Or did you believe in the prizefighter all along? The Slam Nation community is waiting for your answer. We will see you in the next one. And I promise you, you do not want to miss what's coming. Slam Nation, always delivering.